Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wacha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, GMS, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect out there who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities. Alright? So I wanted to go into a quick little lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying. Alright? This is basically, like I titled it, boast not in your own righteousness, lest the Lord lest ye be humbled of the Lord. Okay, because you might go around the world, you might walk around, with your nose up, thinking that I'm keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, to the best of my ability. I'm not committing as much sin as I was in the world. You might become prideful, man. Of course, you boast in righteousness, but you have to make sure that it's not there's a balance. We have to walk in fear, because every day we could be judged, right? It tells us that the Lord he hates pride. The Lord hates pride, man. So it could come to your head, man. This knowledge, it tells us that knowledge puffeth up, knowledge puffeth up. So you might walk around with your nose in the air, cussing out Edomites, and these other nations, telling them to lick your boots, But it's about you have to keep your own righteous. You have to make sure that you humble yourself. The Lord loves a humble spirit. So it tells us here in Isaiah 64:6, but we are all as an unclean thing, all of our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities like the wind have taken us away. Okay, we are all unclean things. Okay, we all come out of woman. We all come out of sin. First off, okay, our righteousness is as filthy rags. So even when you're doing good, you're still in the wrong, man. You can still be subject to judgment. Okay, don't think because you went a day or two, you fasted, that pride demon can get on you, man. Now you think you can't be touched, man. Even today, I was feeling good. I was feeling like, I was telling the brother, I leveled up in the spirit. If something happened, it humbled me, It really humbled me, man. I had to think of it. And I knew when when it happened. I was talking to the brother earlier. I was telling him, man, I leveled up in the spirit, man. When it comes to the flesh, man, I can handle it, man. Man, I'm never gonna, whatever, whoever comes my way, man. If it's a demon that comes my way, this and that, man, I'll handle that, man. And then I'm in a situation, and then I realized, man, that's the Lord, man. And I was just like, regardless of my righteousness, or I was actually thinking that at that moment I realized, man, the Lord's telling me, I should really, I need to chill, because the Lord can send a can make something happen that you can't control, man. That's out of your control, a situation that's too hard for you to handle, right? And then you might start bugging out because you don't know what to do. But us having the name, we turn back to the Lord, man. You see, but again, that's just a reminder to let us know, man, because we all have to check ourselves, man, in this truth, man. There's times, man. There's at times that you might think that I haven't been sinning, if maybe the sins that I've been doing, it's unconsciously, it's not that I go out of my way to sin, so I'm keeping the laws to the best of my ability, so now I'm good. No, it's not like that, man. We constantly, every day, we have to examine ourselves, and constantly we have to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? It says here in Romans 3:19, now we know that the things that whatsoever thing, now we know that what things soever the law said is said to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped, and all the world may become guilty before the Most High. Therefore, by the deeds of the law shall no flesh be justified in his sight, For by the law is the knowledge of sin. Okay, and the fact that we know that we're going off because the law is right. Don't commit adultery. Do not steal from your neighbor. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because of the laws and statutes and commandments are a moral compass unto the Israelites. Okay, so it's our moral compass, and it tells us what's right or wrong. Okay. So according to the law, we're all guilty, man. The whole world is guilty, man. All right. It tells us in Matthew 19 and 16. It says, "And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may obtain eternal life?" Okay, and that's a question that you should be asking, man, because that's the goal at the end of the day: obtain eternal life, to be delivered out of the destruction. Right? That penny, you want to obtain that penny, man. That's the goal of being in this truth. All right. So it tells us here, and he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? Yahushua spoke unto him and said, and he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. Okay? And why did Yahushua say that? You have to understand that just the fact, as I said before, we all come from women. We all come out of sin. Right? The fact that we were born of a woman means that we died in the past life. And the reason that we died is because we sinned. Enoch was translated. Enoch didn't die. Enoch was translated because he pleased the Most High. The way he was living was pleasing the Most High, so the Most High took him. All right. But us, we've been here in the past life. The fact that we were here in the past life meant that we sinned. All right. Even Yahushua, when he was walking as Solomon on the earth, he went off. He followed after the gods of his woman, right? After the gods of his wives, right? And that's why at the end, when he was back as Yahushua, he had to suffer the cross, right? Of course, it was prophecy. But he had to endure for the sins that he committed in his past life. So that is why we're not even that's what I was saying, that we're subject unto judgment. Each and every day that we wake up, it's a blessing, man. Because the Lord could have taken us out, and he would have been just for doing it. Because we all went off, man. In the time when we were worshiping idols, eating, all sorts of madness that Israel has done throughout the history, man. Any day, man, the Lord can take us out, man, and He's righteous for doing so, man. You see. So it says here, but if thou wilt enter into the life, keep the commandments. You see, because if you want to live the commandments, you keep the commandments. That's a part. It tells us without works, faith is dead. So you have to keep the commandments to show that you believe. Okay. So it says here, and he said unto him, which Yahushua said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. These people, man. You know the commandments. You have to keep the whole book to the best of your ability, man. Yeah, he's asking specifics. You got Jake out there trying to play games, man. It's straightforward. He told you keep the commandments. You out here asking which. All of the commandments are good, man. You out here asking which, And Yahushua said, honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You see, the young man said unto him, all these things I kept from my youth up. What like I yet? Yahushua said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell what thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come after me. Okay? But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession. Now in the spirit, his great possessions, really, you can see it as in a way that, as he was saying, I kept the commandments since I was a youth. That could be a great riches unto people, thinking that through the commandments they're going to be saved, right? Because Yahushua said, if thou wilt be perfect, sell all that thou hast and follow me. Because Yahushua is above the commandments. Yahushua is the law, statutes, and commandments were your schoolmasters, right? But when you're walking with Yahushua, that's another level. You're literally graduating from the law, statutes, and the commandments, right? You're walking in the spirit, and that makes you above the law, right? Because Yahushua is a mediator. He is the law. He can let you. He is the door. Yeah. If you're not walking with Yahushua, you cannot get to the Father, right? You're gonna end up suffering with these people here, man. And like I was saying, the fact that it's great possession to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but it's not enough to obtain salvation. To obtain salvation, you have to forget it and follow Yahweh Shai. But in a sense, when I say forget it, it's you have to put Yahweh Shai before the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? Because we were not saved by those. Okay? It says here, you have to put it in perspective. The hypocrite Pharisees, all right? The Pharisees and Sadducees, the hypocrites, they were saying, Yahweh Shai asked them, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath? You know, and they kept their mouth shut, but they really wanted to accuse him. At the end of the day, they sought to kill him, even produce false witnesses. You know, they did all sorts of foolery, you know. They did all sorts of wickedness because they were seeking to destroy Yahweh Shai, right? But for fear of being replaced, as they were saying, if we let this man be, everyone's gonna believe him, you know. But he is the truth, man. At the end of the day, everyone is gonna have to bow down. Okay. And it says here, as I was saying before, that pertaining to Yahweh Shai, that Yahweh Shai is over the law. You know, and it tells us here in Romans 8:1, there is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. That's the difference. For the law of the Spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai had made us free from the law of death, from the law of sin and death. We're free. We're not in bondage to the law, statutes, and commandments anymore. Through the purchase that Yahweh Shai made through His blood. All right. But now you got some people that still want to be there you are, and Yahweh Shai made the purchase for you, and he's setting you free. He paid the bail for you to get out of jail, and you're telling him, "Nah, I'm gonna stay here. I got myself an Xbox. I don't want to miss the Sunday special. The Sunday special. We're gonna eat burgers on Sunday. I don't want to miss out on that." That's the same way as saying that, no, I'm not gonna follow Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna keep the commandments. Or saying that you're gonna stay here and you're gonna follow Esau Edom's philosophies, man. You know, are you walking in the flesh? Okay, you don't understand the spiritual things because you're carnal minded, and that's why it says carnal minded is enmity against the Most High. To be carnally minded is enmity against the Most High, because you cannot be subject to His orders, man. Roughly paraphrasing, and it says here, for what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the most High Yahweh sent His Son Yahweh Shai in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh. Right? Yahweh Shai did the sacrifice. He was the unblemished lamb. Yahweh Shai was sent to deliver us from the law of sin. Okay, so we may walk in the law of love, the law of the Spirit. Okay, that is above the law of sin. Okay, it says here, which is the law of faith. You see, it's through faith that we're gonna be saved. Okay, it says here that the righteousness of law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh but after the Spirit. It says here in Ephesians 2:8, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of the Most High, not of works, let any man should boast. And that's the important thing. First off, with the gift of faith was given unto us from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Another reason to praise Him and glorify Him even more, because it's not of us, it's of Him. Okay, and now the fact that you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is not a reason to boast, man. As I was saying before, as the title of the video is, you see, you cannot boast of yourself. You cannot boast, oh, I keep all the law, statutes, and commandments, I'm gonna be good. No, man. You know, the law, statutes, and commandments is just a step. You know, it's just the necessary evil that we have to do. As reason of speech. You know, a way of saying this is the necessary evil that we have to do. It's not. I'm not saying that the law, statutes, and commandments are evil, but it's something that we have to go through. It's something that we have to do to prove our faith. Okay. And it says here in James 4:6, but He giveth more grace. Wherefore He said, the Most High resisted the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves therefore unto the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Okay, so what's the most important? We're supposed to submit ourselves to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to his ordinances, to the way of life that he intended us to live. You know, the order that he established on the earth. That's the real way. That's real life. Right? It tells us to be humble. Okay, because the Lord resisted the proud. In the same way that he resisted the proud, we're supposed to resist the devil, because the devil is proud, right? He's a liar from the beginning, man. And we know that Esau Edom, being Satan's physical counterpart, he is the most proud. It says, thou most proud. Okay, we're supposed to resist him, and he will flee from us, man. You can Esau Edom. This truth is his kryptonite, and for the Israelite men, sin is our kryptonite, right? So if you're able to, as Yahushai did, when the tempter came to try to deceive Yahushai beat him up with scriptures, man. He laid it down straight to him, man. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power, and only him shall thy serve. Okay? So when the devil comes up with his intentions to implement the MOTB, the mark of the beast, you know, you have to resist it, man. Even unto death, regardless of what's gonna happen, you have to trust Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because we're not gonna, as it says, famine was not made for his prophets. His prophets shall eat. You know, while the whole world is struggling, is going through hell, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be in a better state, because it tells us that the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Just the fact that we know this, that we know from where all this hell is coming from. We know the source, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're gonna be better off than the rest of the world, man. And again, that was a gift. That was a gift of faith that was given unto us by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? So it tells us here in 1 Peter 5:5, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. You see the order. We need to submit ourselves unto the elders. Yeah? All you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. You need to, you know, as Yahushua was the example unto us. You know, as your master wash your feet, you should be doing the same one to another. Love one another. That way the world may know that you are my disciples, because you love one another. Okay? Love your neighbor as thyself, as they say. We're supposed to be able to walk in each other's shoes. Okay? We're one body, and we all have the same goal, which is that penny a day, like I was saying before, to obtain that uncorruptible crown. Alright? So it says here, for the Most High resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. It's the Most High who's going to do the exalting. Right? You don't need to boast in whatever you do. You just have to keep your head down and stay humble. Do the work, you know. Do what is expected of you by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and hope for mercy, man. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, we're all subject unto judgment. We're all worthy of being destroyed, man, by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he would be righteous to do it, right? If we didn't go off, well, obviously we did go off. We always went off, man, you know. But the Lord is justified to taking us out any moment he likes, you know. And who can tell the Most High, why are you doing this? Why did you take out this man? No one, man. The Lord is justified in taking us out, man. That's why it's important not to boast in your own righteousness, man. Okay? It tells us here, casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay? He's seeking for praise, man. Right? And if you're not rooted in this truth, it's easy for him to destroy you, man. You need to go read up on the parable of the seeds, the sower and the seeds. Okay, there's one part where it says Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word from his mind. You know, if you're not paying attention, you see, there's he can take away the word from your mind. He can send distractions from the world. He can send distractions from the world, or because of persecution, for the namesake, you're gonna fall off. But that's Satan trying to bug you out, man. trying to make you believe, trying to take you away from the word. But again, you have to understand that if you're truly an elect, once you hear this truth, man, you're gonna be about it till the end, man. You see, there's nothing that can separate us from the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, as it is written. I believe in Romans 8. But it says here in keep going in 1 Peter 5 and 9. It says here, whom resisted steadfast in faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brother that are in the world, in your brethren that are in the world. Okay, because we're all going through it, man. As I believe I said in a couple weeks ago, I said I mentioned saying that we're all going through we're all going through hell, man. Right? We're all going through tribulation, persecution, okay, from all sides, man. It could be your woman, it could be the world, it could be your boss, you know. Satan is working in the minds of these people around us because they know that we're as it says, he that departed from evil becometh a prey, right? So those that are not down with the system, those that truly seek to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they're really a prey. Okay, and that's why we have to put our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that He can deliver us out of trouble. Okay, it tells us here, verse 10, 1 Peter 5 and 10, but the Most High of all grace, who had called us unto His eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushua, after that ye have suffered a while, make it you perfect, make it you perfect, establish and strengthen, settled you. To Him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Alright? Yahushua is the one that's gonna make us perfect. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the one that's gonna make us perfect, man. To our belief. To our belief, man. It tells us without faith it is impossible to please Him, man. So we have to believe, man. Alright? So it tells us here in James 5 and 10, because as I was saying, we're all going through hell, man. Alright? We're all going through hell. And we're justified to go through that hell, man, because we went off. You know, as it's in Deuteronomy 28 was about the blessings and the curse. If we do well, the Lord would have blessed us with blessings. But now that we went off, we're now the downtrodden, the bottom of the food chain in this world, in this society. You see, because of our disobedience, because of our iniquity, right? But it tells us here. It tells us here in it tells us here in James 5 and 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. What was the end of Job? He received double of everything that he had. Okay? After all the tribulation and the hell that he went through, he received double, even more than what he had. And what about Yahushua? He's sitting at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. Alright? Waiting to obtain the whole world. Waiting to obtain the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Alright? So we count them happy which endure. It tells us here, I'll close up with this. It tells us here in Sirach 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Okay? So we're not in this truth to be happy-go-lucky, you know? We're not in this truth to be all in la la land. Okay? We're in this truth to endure, to persevere. Okay? To be strengthened in the faith. Okay? And that comes with a lot of hell, you know? And that's another thing, man. You think you're on that level? The Lord is gonna send tribulation your way if you think you're on that level, man. Just to realize it, to make you sit on your ass, man, and make you realize, I'm nothing, man. I'm really nothing in this truth, man. I'm just a pawn. The Lord is using me, and I have to be humbled by the fact that I can be replaced anytime. That's again why we move with fear. Okay? So it says here, cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. As I was saying before, in verse in 1 Peter 5:10 to the point, make you perfect. All right, the Lord will make us perfect, man. Okay, that's what it means to be increased at the end. Okay, we're gonna be made perfect. We're gonna obtain everlasting life. That crown. Okay, it says here, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Take cheerfully, man. And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. You know, when the Lord brings you low, you have to understand, okay, the Lord is dealing with me, right? You might not be in a comfortable position, but that's that fire. The Lord is burning up that fire, so he can make you more of a better vessel for him, man. He's testing you because he needs to prove you, right? But once you come out of that fire and you succeeded that test, you know, once you cross that finish line, you obtain glory, man. We count them happy which endure. Okay? But again, you have to finish. Them that endure until the end shall be saved. Okay? So we have to endure until the end. Okay? You got these Christians walking around claiming that they saved. Saved. What are you saved from? In order to be saved, you have to be saved of something. What are you saved from? Right? Nothing happened yet. You know? Now you claiming you're saved, you get hit by a truck. What salvation is that? You know, you claim you're saved. You die by pestilence. What salvation is that? You claim you're saved. You die by famine. What salvation is that, man? You see, it says here, for gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Trust not in thy own righteousness, lest they be humble. Right? Fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and keep his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of his ability, to the best of your ability, so you may be found worthy of salvation. All right. So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Macha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders, apostles, and bishop of Great Millstone, GMS, teaching and ruling well. Salutation to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. And the sincere brothers and sisters who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Until next lesson, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom. God, another lesson, another day, another